Hello everyone, my name is Oliver456 and this is some gameplay from Futuridium EP Deluxe. What I'm showing here is how to get the classic Smasher trophy. I'm really happy about this this run. This is really, it's very difficult, I'm not gonna lie. If you're watching this, well I guess regardless of when you're watching this, you'll see world first in the title, and that's because I'm the first person to actually be able to achieve this trophy, which is just so amazing to me. I never thought, like I play PlayStation a lot and I have a lot of trophies and I've always wanted to, to be honest, I never really considered getting a world first trophy on anything because there's just so much competition out there, and it's really difficult. And I don't care about like a world first trophy of like, oh, complete the first stage or whatever. But this trophy it's so difficult. It is, it's one of my probably best gaming achievements to date. It's really hard, and the fact that I've actually managed to pull it off is incredible. Just quickly to mention, there was a small cut before, and the only reason I cut was because I was uploading other videos while I was doing this, and I needed to take a quick sec to upload the next video, and so I spent like 2 minutes on the waiting screen, and then I basically cut that out in order to shorten the length of time for this video, because it was originally like 18 minutes and now it's like 16 and a half, so it was like a few minutes for that one and a few minutes for maybe a minute and a half for that one, and then there was one later on as well that I cut like another 30 seconds on or something. So yeah, that's all that was. Alright, so these first 4 stages that I've done here, they're pretty self-explanatory. I mean, the whole thing is pretty self-explanatory, just follow the path that I'm taking. There are certain stages that are much harder, and they're coming up at the very end. After, trying over and over again, I must have restarted this like over 150 times, just practicing, and the more I practiced, the more I worked out like a decent path to take, and that's really one of the major elements of this. Now here, I'm specifically going to the left because for some reason it gave me a better opportunity to survive a missile that was going to come at me, and yeah, and I've managed to do it there. You could sort of see missile like flying around a little bit, and it was very risky, but that's what I managed to do. And I think the reason it worked is because I used that sort of little area at the beginning there as like a shield to cover me from the missiles. For this one, I didn't really do a great job on this stage, I'll be honest. It is possible to link everything and get a perfect chain on this stage, but it didn't happen that way. But regardless, I wasn't really going for score, I was just going for completion. This is so tough, and I'm just happy that it's done now, and I don't have to do it again. Yeah, the developers have made a really tough game here, but the fact that I've finally managed to conquer it is just so over the moon. Yeah, in this stage I make my first really silly mistake. You'll notice my energy right now. If you look at my energy, it dropped by half. Like that's why this is so hard. To give you an idea of exactly what you need to do for the trophy, I should have explained that before. So the trophy is complete classic mode on a single credit. Now, a credit in this game is basically, it equates to when you run out of energy, you lose a credit. So as long as you don't run out of energy, then you won't lose credit, and then the trophy won't be void. So that's basically your main aim. It's to like try and maintain your energy throughout the whole thing, which is extremely difficult because like dying once, getting hit by a rocket or crashing into something or a bubble or a missile or whatever, or a laser, will reduce your energy by half. Now I decided to keep going because after much just testing and playing, I realized that in almost all circumstances, as long as you don't lose around like stage 10 or 11, you have a really good chance actually you make up your energy again. So as you can see here, I'm playing stage 8, which is wrecked, and I made up a lot of I should also mention that there are 13 stages in total. Stage 11 and 12 are by far the hardest, and 13 is really, really simple. Essentially, if you can make it to 13, and you just practice it like once or twice, you'll be able to do it regardless. Like you probably won't lose on that stage. It's just a lot. It's just pretty easy. So, and I'll show you that when I get there. This stage, I actually quite like this stage a lot. It's fairly simple. It's far into the actual process of completing the entire thing. So it's a fairly fun stage. Yeah, I have to. Sorry about going back and forth there. I just had to make sure that I killed that bubble because I didn't want to get killed by it later. So another core revealed. Almost died there. That's okay. Made it through. And now we go on to stage 10. Now this stage was really intimidating the first time I saw it. I was like, how on earth do you expect me to do this? But after a bit of practice, I finally sort of worked out a really good way to do it. And yeah, I mean, this isn't perfect, what you're about to see. Like, it's not a perfect chain of like everything, but it chains most things, and it makes it possible. So just, yeah, sort of follow the path, I guess, and you'll eventually get it. Yeah, it's just, this one's just really long. But the great thing about having this stage here in the sort of the lineup of the stages is that it gives you an opportunity that even if you die on this stage, that's when you're probably going to want to restart. And the reason is because you have enough time left to actually make it to the end and actually complete it. But unless you've got a huge amount of practice already, it's really hard to actually do that. So yeah, the one thing I do recommend is just never never give up. Obviously, like doing this took persistence, confidence, practice, and just the nature of never giving up and constantly believing that I could do it. And it's hard to do that sometimes, but I am that kind of person who I have to try and complete everything. I've got through many challenges on video games, and this is a really good one to add to my collection, I guess you could say, especially in terms of trophies. That's why I love them so much, because certain trophies, you know, something like this, if people know what's involved with getting that trophy, then you'll be like, wow, that person actually got that trophy. Alright, stage 11. This is a little bit of color change. Actually, yeah, that's another thing I should explain. In this game, you can unlock skins, but the skins are only for the stages. Now, the reason I changed color there was because there are certain skins that lend itself better to actually being able to see the cubit. I think that's what they're called, the cubits, the little blue cubes, essentially. Yeah, it lends itself better to being able to actually see the cubes, so I changed colors to actually get sort of a good look. Again, this stage, it's not done, I mean, it's done fairly effectively, I think, for the level of speed that you get, because obviously in the normal game you're able to use turbo, but in classic mode you're not. You almost certainly want to take out this bubble. The reason is not only for collecting these cubes here, but actually for avoiding a potential death down below, and I'll point that out when I get there. Here, kill all these cubes and turn around immediately. Here, destroy these two cubes, turn around immediately, and finally destroy these two cubes. Now, a lot of this requires, like, some of it requires luck as well. This is really hard. Avoid this first shot, shoot him a few times, turn around, shoot him again, and finally go a little bit further back in order to get it. I think that's going to take a really long time to get that down pat. It is very challenging to get that without dying, and you definitely want to get that without dying. Dying on this stage is the worst thing, because the next stage is absolutely horrendous. It's very challenging, and it takes a lot of practice. Luckily though, if you found this video, then you might have a chance at actually being able to do it, because the hard work is pretty much done. You have to do it yourself, but the efficiency is there, and it's possible to actually complete it with this path that's demonstrated. So it's really good. This this was where I was like really happy because I looked at my energy and I was like, that is plenty from all the tests that I've had. I knew that I just needed a good amount of energy, and I was like, yes, I can do this, I can do this. Yes, I can do this, I can win. I feel great. Oh, people. Yeah. So in this one, what I chose to do was I chose to go for that left side first, and I wanted to leave as many cubits at the beginning as possible strategically, so that if I did die, then I would have some cubits to sort of maintain my energy. Because that's one thing about this stage, is like, even though this stage is huge, you can maintain your energy by systematically and cleverly leaving certain cubits. And I kind of started to work it out. I took a real big risk here, and I finally managed to kill it right at the end there. And somehow I managed to avoid these rockets. It is almost impossible to avoid them at a certain point, but I think I managed to do it because I destroyed them on that little wing there. Yeah, what was I saying? Oh no, I forgot what I was saying. But anyway, I strategically, yeah, after playing many times on this stage, I worked out a decent strategy of leaving the cubes. Another strategy that I used here was, I looked at my energy and I said, okay, I've got a ton of energy. I could go for these cubits, but I'm not going to. Instead, I'm going to go for the harder ones down here because I had so much energy. I killed as many as I could. I don't know if I got them. I think I actually got them all there in that shot. That's really fast spinning. What is it, like an oblong rectangle type thing? That is really hard to avoid. Okay, and then I went for this. Now, I did screw up. I did die coming up here because of a stupid rocket. It is possible to not die because of that rocket, but I got unlucky, so yeah, it's not a big deal. I died, I went back to the beginning, and then luckily, because I had left a certain, line of cubits in a row, it worked out for me. And yeah, and then I continued the chain, and then I thought, okay, this is a good time to actually take out this bubble, because that bubble is really annoying. Take out those extra cubes, even though they're at the beginning, and then maintain my energy by taking out these cubes. Now, I didn't get every single cube, but I left those two there, but I thought that's good enough. I'll leave those there, come up here, and get these cubits all in one go. And finally, and when I had done this bit, I was really happy because I was like, okay, I've got both floating ships at the top left and top right. That makes life easier. Now, I chose to actually continue on this one because I could take out the rocket. I had just enough time to take out that missile launcher, I should say. And then that would quickly be free from missiles. I basically didn't have to deal with it anymore. Or lasers for that matter. And then I was like, okay, just take my time, get these cubes out of the way, make sure I don't die, just be very careful. Now, somehow, I don't know how, but I died there. I must have not pressed X fast enough to actually shoot the missile, my laser. There at the beginning, there were still some cubes underneath, which I purposely left for an occasion like this. And then I was like, okay, I know what to do. All I have to do is take out these cubes. So I took out the cubes, I got a nice massive chunk of energy. For some reason I screwed up missing that cube, but I rectified it quick, post-haste. And then I got that last one, and I was like, okay, I'm done. And then I realized that the last cube was there, because I forgot about it earlier on. But luckily that cube is right there, and the core was here. And it was at this point that I wanted to scream. This is like 3:20 something in the morning that I'm doing this, maybe 3:15 I'd say in the morning. So I wanted to scream because I was so happy. I was like, oh my god, I finally made it to this last stage without losing a credit, and I'm so happy. And yeah, and this stage, as I'm about to demonstrate, it's really simple. Just take out those line of cubes. You can even like screw up, turn around. It's not a big deal. There's plenty of cubes in the stage to maintain your energy. Even if you have like a tiny sliver of energy, you can easily maintain it. Yeah, so you get all those. I decided to get all those at once. I could have left them and sort of come up later, but then I didn't want to go all the way up and all the way back down. Yeah, and then I take out these ones, and finally I take out these ones, and then all I had to do was get this one line and then shoot the cube in the middle. And luckily I had a pretty good go of it, so I aimed, tried to get as many as I could in one turn. I realized I can get more if I just back out now. That's what I did. And now the core was revealed, and this was where I was like I was praying that this was the trophy because I didn't know 100%, and then bling, I got it. I was so happy, and I decided to just let this credits roll out. And yeah, well that's it for this video, guys. I'm Ultima456. I hope you enjoyed my video. I hope it really helped. And as a last thing, screw you, insane speed.